It is time for a New Year's reset, and by that I mean a plant purge, declutter situation. I think since mid to late last year, and maybe even further back, I have been feeling generally overwhelmed with the number of plants that I have. And yes, I did go on a binge in October time and got some new ones. It happens. I am not a perfect human, and plants are pretty, and there's always more beautiful ones that I want to add to my collection. Like I said in my wishlist video, which I have no business having, I still want them. Like, I still want more, but you know, things have gotten a little bit chaotic here in my mind, and like my collection's been feeling a little bit overwhelming lately. And so in today's video, we're gonna do a bit of a purge. I'm gonna go around and talk you through some plants that I'm not feeling anymore. We can maybe try and reduce some visual clutter. I feel like that is a huge thing for me, not being able to see all of my plants, especially in places like my cabinet here. Like, I can't see the plants at the back. And it's not that I forget that they're there, but like, if I can't see them to know if something's going wrong, like, do I actually care about it that much in the first place? I don't know. So as a sort of plan for today, before I get into that though, I want to say if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you returning. Now let's purge some plants. I feel like the best place to start would probably be in here, just because this feels like the most overwhelming thing for me right now. Like, I don't know, it just feels like a lot all at once. Basically, it's just getting to the point where I have to like move leaves to try and like see things and water things in the back there. And I feel like that's not a good, like, I'm pretty sure that's not even alive anymore. I think there's some soil props that I did that I just didn't water. And with soil props, they definitely need watering more frequently than not. And so it's just, things are feeling chaotic and like I'm lacking the ability to get to everything easily. And there's definitely some things that I could just part ways with, I think, inside this cabinet. Oh, I'm gonna take this door off. I find it so much easier to do things. Oh, I can't. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. Just for like general ease, because now I can like get into this zone much faster. So, okay, where to begin? I feel like I've got lots of smaller alocasias that I don't necessarily love, like this scalprum here. I swear there was another one, yeah, down the bottom. Also, the thing is with the bottom of this cabinet, there's so many things that like, if I pull one thing, it just like yanks everything down onto the floor of the cabinet. And so like there's just semi-hydro everywhere. This alocasia, I don't even know where it is anymore. Or did I ever? Is it? I don't know. It's something. I grew it from corms. This is the problem. I grow alocasias from corms. They're mystery corms because I never label any of them, which is totally fair. I kind of like the mystery, but at the same time, if you're not like super familiar with what you're doing, or if it's one that you're not like, that you don't have elsewhere in your collection and like you don't know, it just gets really confusing. But like things like this, is it even worth, here's my question, is it even worth trying to get rid of these in a, like, in a way where like somebody else can have them at the end of it? Things like that, like things like they're basically plug plants. They're not like anything special or crazy. Like, is it worth my time to do? Or would it be better for me to just throw it away? It'd be easier for me to throw it away, that's for frickin' sure. But then I feel really guilty about it, And I know I always say in these videos, don't feel guilty about throwing things away, and maybe I just need to listen to my own advice, because sometimes, especially this time of year, I think that's part of the problem. This time of year, like, it's not the time of year where I can just mail plants out because it's far too cold outside. I mean, today's luckily not incredibly cold. It's extremely dreary and like super gross. So like, sorry if this video is a bit dark. But like so like I can't just easily mail things out. Like if I could send this to someone easily and like they just pay postage, it would make so much sense to just send it off. But like, because one, Royal Mail is like super overloaded right now, with like post-Christmas rush busyness. I don't think they ever got over the Christmas rush. There's been things that we've had like in the mail for far longer than we were expecting to, and they just don't end up, they do end up showing up. Don't worry, they arrive in the end, but like things are just taking longer, and I don't want to put more pressure on them, as well as the temperatures are just too cold to be sending live plants out. And so like I've just been putting this off for a little while because I don't have an easy way to get rid of these plants. So like, I should say as well, because every plant in this that I talk about, someone's gonna message me being like, hey, I want it. Preface, if you are in London and could potentially come pick it up, I will hold on to these for like maybe a week before I sort something else out. But like, only if you are local to London, or you don't mind taking the risk of paying for postage and your plant arriving with cold damage. UK specific on that one, but those are my two sort of prefaces, because I don't want to. Editing Emma here. I just want to say that I did offer all of these plants to my patrons first, and they have taken most of them already, especially the like fun ones. So if you are still interested in something on the list, the description of this video will say what plants I have left, as well as a highlight on Instagram, and so go check that before you message me, pretty please, because otherwise I'm gonna receive about 1,000 messages, and I don't want to do that, and dealing with getting rid of these plants already is giving me anxiety. So anyways, let's carry on. It is like absolutely more work for me to go send stuff out, for sure. This guy here, this is my Syndapsis heteroceus or whatever, which I do really like, but it's in the back of this cabinet. I never pay attention to it. I never water this moss pole. Like, is it even worth me having? I feel like the answer is no. But so here's the problem as well I have is, like, this is a uncommon plant. Like, you're not going to find this in every single plant shop. You're probably not even going to find it very much online. These aren't really sold all that much. And I got this one at a plant swap. So I traded it with another collector, and that's how I ended up adding it to my collection, which is fantastic. And I'm sure I could probably do that again in the future if I change my mind on it. I don't know. I really don't know. I think. Now that I know this isn't a Burkillii, I don't want it. I know I bought it, and it's also like literally in bloom right now. But I'm gonna hesitates on the word throw it away. Let me just get a bin. That'll make me feel so much better. Bin acquired. There is a massive leaf in there right now because I took it out of it was going yellow, so it's not important, but I'm just going to take the plunge and just throw some things away. Making good choices, Emma. Do I just want to throw this? Yes. Okay. I'm being brutal. Like, I'm going hard on this today because I feel overwhelmed, and the only way that I'm gonna get over the overwhelm, I think, is to not have as many plants in here. It's okay. It's okay. I promise it's okay. I don't feel like it's okay though. What else do I have back here? My variegated lautetbachaiana. I think this is a little bit more Aurea variegated than I would want. I'm not gonna throw this one away though, because it is more on the uncommon side. I feel like somebody would definitely, like, you can't just get this every day. This is gonna be my getting rid of shelf. Another one that I am tempted to get rid of entirely, even though, like, the thing is, I like this plant, I think it's cool, but it just never has grown very well for me. It is the alocasia reversa. It's always just gone a bit crazy. And again, I feel like if I sincerely miss it in a couple weeks, months time, if I miss it next year, I can go buy it again. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. What is this? Which anthurium is this? This is the crystal portadora. It almost looks like it wants to go on a moss pole. Should I put it on a moss pole? Do I even like it enough to do that? I feel like it's an anthurium hybrid that I'm just, like, not here for. So I don't think I'll miss it. I have loads of other anthurium hybrids that I think I prefer. Oh my goodness, my Bisma's doing so well. What the heck? Look at that, it's doing so well. Okay, keep those. And then, oh my gosh, some Hoya. Again, I think I'm just gonna ditch it. Don't hate me. People, don't hate me. Please don't hate me. So, I now have a little bit more room to play with. At least in the top. And I'm not going to clean this right now, because that is not the job of the day. The job for today was to clear and move some stuff around so that I feel less overwhelmed. And so far, so good. Let me move down now. Like, there's just so many better mellows out there. I don't need to be hoarding this one. This I'm gonna repot elsewhere at some point. But for now, we'll stay in the cabinet. I feel like... Oh my god. Freaking nearly just pulled that down. Okay, take both of you. I think the Shepherdii is one that I can get rid of, and I don't know how I feel about the Nova Ghost here. Like, I like it, but I feel like I like the Wilbur Graves more? Question mark? I just find that this one is super duper unruly. Maybe getting it onto a trellis would help, but if you saw my, there's some springtails down there. If you saw my plant updates video, I talked about how I don't really want to be putting more Hoyas onto trellises just because it takes up so much freaking space. And it's really annoying. So maybe not. Because I basically don't think that this one can go in that spot because this one literally falls over constantly. So no matter what, I need to put it elsewhere. I think I'll have to put it outside of the cabinet completely. I also have some Hoyas. Again, stop holding on to things. That I could live without. I feel like this sounds bad, but I'm not like over Hoyas completely. I feel like I've just learned exactly what type of Hoyas that I like and what I don't like. And it's not that I don't like this one. This is the Lacanosa Laos. I don't really care. And me not caring about it says volumes. The serpens, oh my goodness, it looks so good. That's the thing. Like, it is such a healthy plant, but I feel like this is one that I could replace easily. That's the end of that sentence. I could probably replace it easily. I'm kind of annoyed because I really liked my Hoya black cat, but it's just not. I lost one of the cuttings, unfortunately, and the other cutting, it's in there. Maybe I will hold on to it for a little bit longer, just to see if, like, once it starts growing, my love grows for it. Or is that stupid? I know I don't like reptilian Hoyas. So I just gotta gear myself up for this. Okay, it's going on the giveaway pile. That means I just have this bad boy in here. I don't need to have that tray in. Oh my god, why are you literally overflowing? What the frick? Oops. So I'm talking about plants that I don't see. I cannot tell when I have overdone them. Put that in. What's something in soil that can go in there? Okay. So keep that at the top there. I want to be able to see properly my variegated Thanksgiving cactus because I'm in love with this thing. So I want it to be not necessarily pride of place, but somewhere where I can actually view it. I might just cut that again. What is this? I think this might be another portadora, or it's the dwarf portadora. Either way, I probably should have put it in with the other one I have. Or do I just bundle it with some other things and get rid of it? This one I literally constantly forget that I have. I don't even know what it is. It might be an Anthurium. Is it a Baccharii? I don't know. I don't know what the word is for it. It's one of those like strappy anthuriums, but instead of hanging down, it's more like upright. And I just don't love it. So this one's a weird one for me because I do really like it, but I don't think I have it in the right conditions necessarily. The Bromark's Flame. And I wonder if I should come back to it if I find like a good space for it, if that makes sense. Again, I'm gonna hold on to it for now, and I can always change my mind later on it. It's easier to do it that way around than the other. This guy, we can just pop in there. I feel like that just looks so much more reasonable. And yes, it does look kind of empty. And yes, I probably will end up putting more stuff in here. At some point, things just get moved around a lot. Oh, I should go through my Anthurium heat map bin to see if I want to put any of those. Because I have somehow, despite my, not hatred, but my very vocal talking about how much I don't like Anthurium hybrids, I've got loads. Like, I've got this entire box full of Anthurium hybrids that, like, kind of confuses me. So there's some that I definitely want to keep, like these red crystallinums. These are staying for sure. What's this? Cool, unlabeled. Unlabeled means unloved. Unloved means going over here. I must have labeled these at some point. I don't know. I've got this like crazy, look at those roots. Like they are so rooted. This needs to like get potted deeper ASAP, or at least had like a collar gone around it. So therefore it's going away. What is this one? Why? I'm so annoyed at myself for not labeling these. Because now if I wanted to get rid of them, what the do I say? This is an ace of spades. I'm pretty positive. This I'm gonna keep. I want an ace of spades. So we can keep that. Oh, I actually think I had 2 poppy hybrids. This must be a poppy. Because I think this is the poppy hybrid as well. That I don't need. What is this? I don't know. And then this one, I don't remember what this one is, but I think it's kind of cool. So we're gonna keep that. Oh my goodness, I grabbed the perfect pots. Let's put you there. And then also more testaments to fluval being ideal for alocasia corms. Ding! What these are, I don't know. But that's something to deal with at a later date. I'm just gonna put these in here temporarily until I go to deal with them. But that clears out a box, which clears off a shelf, which is fantastic. So that actually feels really good. I feel like I can breathe again, which I haven't felt like I could do looking at the cabinet for a while, just because it's been so jam-packed and full. But that kind of gives me hope that this is all gonna work out. Okay, I had a break and we are going to plow on through. I feel like doing the cabinet was the most intense part, just because it was so tightly packed, and I feel like there'll be fewer things here and there during this next bit, but there's definitely some things that I'm just gonna straight in the bin. That was a Peperomia quadrangularis. It's fine. I just don't really care. I grew it from cuttings that I got in a swap, and it's like, if I were to have that plant, I'd prefer to get one bigger at this point. So that's a bit of a shame, but it's fine. I've got this random Hoya as well. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Like, I don't think I'm gonna throw it away, but I think I will give it away to somebody else, so that can go on my giveaway list. I've also got a tiny little, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that in there, a tiny little plant inside this little sculpturarium, which I love the sculpturarium. I think it's so cute. It's just like a little jar. I don't know. Would I rather use this jar as like a prop jar? Probably. can't believe I did that. That's crazy. But that's good. I feel like everything else on this, definitely not getting rid of. Ooh, I guess I could think about my network. I just don't know. I really don't know, because it's not done its best. It is not very good looking. And so it's like, would it be better for me to try again another time? Or not at all? Because I also have had loads of you saying, when I was talking about how this one was struggling, that the network is probably one of the few calatheas you wouldn't put in semi-hydro. And so, like, maybe I just made the wrong decision by putting it in semi-hydro. But I didn't, like, really didn't like that. I'm making the executive decision, guys, to try not to spill all over the floor. But yeah, there's definitely some, like, root rot going on in there. Some squidgy roots. Okay, yeah, I think that was the right decision, because it's never really grown for me. It's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. But yeah, okay. I'm making the hard decisions, and it's worth it for sure, but, like, it just takes so much effort. I think that is the right choice, because I genuinely don't think it's worth giving to somebody. Like, they could get a nicer one for not very much, so it doesn't make sense to get too upset about it. This area is extremely visually cluttered to me. I feel like especially in that corner, it is really intense and I don't like it. But there's also areas like that where I have a plant back there that you just literally cannot see my begonia Sinbad if this plant is in the way. And also, it is no longer the Christmas season. I no longer need to have this one out. Sorry, I just wanted to smell it to see if it smelled like a Christmas tree. It doesn't. It's not a Christmas tree. I don't know why I did that. But this no longer needs to be pride of place. And also the question is, do I even want it at all? Like, next year, will I be looking forward to putting my Christmas ornaments on it? No. Ideally, I'd get rid of those crappy Christmas ornaments anyways. I just feel like in this flat, there isn't enough space for a proper Christmas tree. And so it's like, why am I trying to make something that I just don't have the space for? So I'm just going to put this one to the side because this is definitely a plant that somebody else could want. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do much about the plants in this area. I could potentially put that there, because then you can still see the Sinbad, and now you can see the ninja as well. I feel like that's a good shout for now. And then the Enturo Velvet in here. I can kind of rotate, maybe. I think these plants have just got really big in the corner there. There's not much space for them. And it's fine. They just can't go anywhere else. There's genuinely no other room for the Tycon. There's no other room for this. So these are just going to have to stay ever so slightly cluttered for now. Also, hi Cosmo. Hey baby. We would never get rid of you, would we? No, of course not. And then we can move on into the office. What I have done is put my things that I'd be willing to get rid of, the small ones, just in this spot where that anthurium box was. I feel like that's the right answer. For now, the rest of these shelves are things that I want to keep, except, and this is a questionable one because, again, I really like this plant, but do I need it? Could I replace it if I change my mind? Yes, this is a Begonia maculata. I could definitely replace this plant quite easily, I think. It is just the sort of normal polka dot begonia, and I've seen ones out there that are nicer as well. I'm not going to bin it because definitely someone could probably take that off my hands just fine. So it'll go on my giveaway zone. Otherwise, I think, seeing as it's done absolutely nothing, this is my anthurium crystallinum that I cut back, I think, mid last year, and it has done nothing, which, compared to the regal, which I cut back mid last year, is actually doing something. This doing nothing to me means that it's not worth keeping. I'm not going to pull it out right this second just because I will definitely make a mess if I do so, but this is gone, which is good. That gives me some space and some more pots as well. Not that I need loads more pots, but I can kind of shift things a bit. Maybe move this begonia forward and that back. There we go. Now I can actually see my plants again, and the ones that I have on here are doing well. Oh, also up here, this is my Hoya Croniana Splash and Super Silver mixed pot, and it's doing so well. This is like the most prolific bloomer I have in my collection, but it's not my favorite Hoya. I feel like I've got Hoyas that are higher up in my sort of ranking that I don't feel like I need to keep this one anymore. For now, I'm just going to leave it there because it fits well there, but it's on my list to go. Also, kind of mentioned this in my plant updates video. I made the executive decision, which was very difficult for me, but I'm very proud of this decision, to get rid of my Micheliziana and Friedeck combo pot. Yes, I know I just put them together, but I was thinking about it, and those two alocasias are quite big alocasias, and it's gotten to the point where I can get both of those alocasias quite easily, and so in the grand scheme of things, if I really miss them, I can get more. And like I said, this is a very, very difficult decision for me. I ended up taking it up to my tattoo artist. Didn't get any new tattoos, don't worry. But I took it up to my tattoo artist because she really wanted it. And so it went to a very loving home. I brought it on the train with me, and I was looking at it during the journey but I think it just makes sense. Also, I think Joe was very grateful for that because normally his computer sits just here when he's working in here, and that plant was constantly getting up in his zone, and so for his sake, I do love my husband, I think it makes more sense to not have that there. I have since moved my regal to this spot. Not regal, regal shield, sorry. I always mix those words up. It's because it's basically the same word, but it's a completely different plant. I have since moved that. Another thing that I have kind of made the difficult decision on is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma here. I loved growing this thing. I absolutely loved it. I loved growing it huge, and since I have cut it smaller, I don't see myself yearning for it as much as I did previously when it was a bigger plant. And yes, that is my own fault. It had gotten to the top of the moss pole 1,000 times over, and so this made the most logical sense to shift it. But I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, and as bad as it is, I think I'm going to throw the plant away. I will take it off of the moss pole though, because this is like one of the like big thick moss poles. I could use this for my medula. I could use it for so many different things that it would be better used for on. I feel like that makes sense, and I can always get another Reorganizing tetrasperma in the future. I think that's kind of like the main thing I'm thinking about with a lot of these decisions here is, can I get the plant again easily and for not very much? And also how much sentimentality the plant has behind it, because there are plants that I probably could get super easily, but I have sentimentality behind it, or I've been growing it for so many years that it holds value to me because of that. And so those are the ones that I am not able to get rid of, because it's like I could probably get an alocasia poly in no time. But like, do I want to? No. That was like my first ever alocasia, and like it holds so much value to me for that. Speaking of plants that I probably don't need anymore though, do I accept my ZZ? This is a really difficult decision on this one because, again, I've had this for a very long time. I do really like it. And it's putting out new growth. And I could get another ZZ Raven. And I do feel very privileged to have that possibility after going to the States and seeing how much they cost there. $179. Insane. They don't cost that here. And so I could get another ZZ Raven quite easily. And it would probably look a little bit better than this one, because this one has gotten extremely leggy in the time I've had it. And so I think this is another one I'm adding to my list. And again, I can't even ship this one even if I wanted to. It is too big. So like however I am to dispose of this one, it's going to have to be through like Facebook Marketplace, like local collection, or if someone from London wants to come grab it, that's going to have to be what it is for this one. And I feel like also there's a lot of plants that I have here that I would be willing to just give away. I am in a very privileged position with houseplants being my job, where I do get plants for free quite regularly, and so I like to repay that where possible. Obviously, some of the ones that I've talked about, they're worth money, and either I paid for them or I think that they do have value, and I will always, to the best of my abilities, price plants lower than market rates because I am lucky to benefit from free plants more often than not. But some of them, like the ZZ, I would just give away for free. So I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'm just kind of rambling through this and kind of brain dumping at you guys, and I hope that's okay. I hope this video kind of makes you, ooh, oh my god, that would have been awful if I had knocked this pot of water and pot on the floor. I would have been so annoyed. Luckily I didn't. And I'm just gonna put this back in the corner for now, but I have it earmarked for leaving my home. I do hope this video does help some of y'all with this sort of decluttering and like reducing visual clutter. This whole room still does have a bit of visual clutter to me, and I don't necessarily know how to change it. I feel like in general this space is quite tight. There's not much width to this room, and so everything just feels quite jam-packed. And we use this room for so many things. It's Joe's office, it's my plant room, it's our laundry drying zone, it's where the cat's litter boxes are, it's storage. Like this room is doing a lot in not a very big space, and so I think even if it wasn't a plant-filled room, it would feel quite cluttered to me, and so I need to be okay with it, I guess. Oh, okay, what else? Do I want to get rid of this? I think so. I think I'm accepted. Do I need an Anthurium Crystal Mag hybrid? It's doing very well. This leaf Cosmo ate the top half of it, or chewed the top half of it off, but it is putting out another one now, which is super exciting. Maybe I'll see once this new leaf comes out whether I want it. Oh my god, actually, is there two? Or no, that's probably inflow. I've got inflow in there as well coming out, which is fun. Okay, so I'll see how I feel after the new leaf, and if it brings me joy, I will keep it, and if it doesn't, then I won't. But I think everything else in here, as far as I know, I want to keep. Maybe sans the Raphidophora in the corner there as well. I've got this one back here, the one that was from Claire's plant. If I'm getting rid of the other one, and I've grown that for years and years and years, this one, which has also grown amazingly for me, I could probably get rid of as well. And again, this one will probably be a just chuck it in the bin job, but I'm not going to take it down right this second. Otherwise, these things... Oh, actually, this guy, this is the bottom cuttings of my Begonia Arabia Sunset. I don't need these anymore. Also, quite a lot of the cuttings failed, which I found really weird. So I'll probably repot this, and so it's just got the one that's working. I could either put that into the pot that I had of the top cuts or give it away. I think giving it away makes more sense. So this is gonna go in the to-go pile for now. But it's the mental to-go pile because I don't have any more room on that shelf, and this plant's ever so slightly too big to put there. But yeah, that's it for this room. And then in the bedroom, there's not loads of stuff, but I think I don't need my acrobar anymore as like a cabinet. I think I would almost rather put like one or two bigger plants in this zone, because I feel like what I'm really missing in my home, not missing, but like what I don't have loads of space for is those bigger plants, and I feel like this could be quite a good spot for something with a little bit more height, but having the acrobar here just like completely negates that. I also don't really have need for an enclosed space really anymore, now that Cosmo's sort of grown out of his like super intense curiosity phase. So I don't think I'll sell the acrobar yet. I might just put it in the loft because things might change and I might change my mind. I will, however, put these plants in the bin. I'm very sorry, Claire, if you're watching this video. I am going to get rid of that Pilia Ellen Silver that you got me in our buying plants for each other video, because I don't like it enough. I have some Pothos Enjoy cuttings in here. They're really nice cuttings. Oh my god, why? Stop, why? There we go. They're really nice cuttings, but do I need it? No. Did I get rid of my main plant? Yes. So that can go in the bin. Little peperomia can go. And then I've got this guy, which I think I was dealing with root mealies with. And that's why I cut it back and repropped these. And it's doing really well. It's rerooted. So maybe I was going to throw this away, but I think, oh my god, it's rerooted so much. Look at all those roots. I think I will pop this to the side for somebody else to have, because it is like a decent sized plant. I think similarly, I will do the same with this guy. Or do I want to add this into my other plant and maybe put those in a bigger pot? I feel like that makes slightly more sense to do. join this in with my other one. Yeah, okay. Away, joining, so essentially disappearing, and now my acrobar is empty. The other zone here that gives me stress is this area, and I think it is just that these Hoyas in here have gone crazy, and I don't feel like I need them necessarily. So things like my Hoya memoria here. It's a beautiful plant, but again, I don't really feel like I need it. I think it just doesn't help that I can't get into this spot easily because we've got a cat tree here. I probably don't need these Hoya verticulatas. If I can even get this out. It goes all the way up to the top there, and I cannot get it out. Let me temporarily move that. Okay, so it's decided to tendril itself to the Crassiopetalata splash, and that's why I wasn't able to untangle it there. Cute, but also, bro, stop. Like, look at these tendrils. They have gone crazy. I mean, it's really good. It's obviously a very, very happy camper in here, but this isn't my favorite. I think I just love those other three Hoyas back there a little bit more than this one. So this one's going to have to disappear. And I am just going to cut these tendrils off the parasitica just because it doesn't need to be doing all of that. Doom. Oh my gosh, look at this massive cutting I just took. I could prop it or I could bin it. And for my sanity, y'all know what has to happen. And now again, I have made more room on this shelf here. The top is still a little bit crazy, but I don't think I can manage doing that right this second. So I think just making that space is good. And I'm sure there's something that I can put in this zone. Maybe like an alocasia. I think an alocasia would look good there. Okay, some of you might be surprised at this one. I'm kind of surprised at this one, but this plant hasn't done anything in months. Months and months and months. Yes, when it was growing well, it was growing a new leaf like once a week. Fantastic. But I haven't been giving this the love it deserves. I don't think I have the space for this one to grow as much as it can. And while I really love the like big form, mature Monstera dubia, I don't feel like I need it right now. And I actually feel like the space, not that it looks better without, but like the space didn't need this in it in order to look nice, if that makes sense. It's a hard one because I have had this one on so many favorites list over the years. Like, this is one that I love. Previously, past tense, but now I just feel like I don't think it's for me anymore here. And similar to other plants that I have gotten rid of, I do think I could probably get another one of these somehow, whether it's growing one from a small dubia, or I feel like these days, I wouldn't say a lot of people have mature dubias, but I feel like there's enough around to the point where I could probably find one. Does that make sense? I just feel like I don't really need it in here. And I also think, oh my gosh, am I making that decision? Ooh. I've just made a decision that I wasn't expecting to make. I think I'm gonna get rid of my golden pothos entirely. I've had this plant for years and years and years, but also, as you can see, it is literally like touching my head, given we do not have very high ceilings. Our ceilings are relatively very low, but I don't think I need this one anymore. I'm keeping the marble queen because I don't think I could ever get rid of that. And I think I want to keep this satin. I don't know if I need to keep this satin pothos. Do I want to take the plants entirely down from this thing? I think I might. Just from this one, because this is the one that gets in our way. Oh my god, okay. We're doing this, y'all. Holy cow, was not expecting to make that decision, but kinda glad that I have. I might get another trash bag. Oh my god. Okay, so the easiest thing I think would be for me to cut these into sections. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I mean, that's half the plant. Just cut off. Oh my goodness. Like, I like it up here, but at the same time, it just gets in the way. And I don't need that in my life. Joe's gonna come home and be like, what the heck did you do? Not that he doesn't like these, but oh my god, I feel like I can breathe. Okay. I've made a choice and I'm sticking with it. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Okie doke. I suppose the good thing about both of these plants and why I don't feel that stressed doing this is these are both like such easy plants to get. It's not like I would be hard pressed to find like a sort of typical Syndapsus argyraeus. That being said, it's freaking weird that I've made this decision and I wasn't planning to do this today. Holy cow. I might put this in the green waste. We'll empty it into I mean, it's not food waste. We don't have like gardens here, so like ideally green waste would be the thing, but I don't know if I can. I will look on the side of the bin to see if I can put it in the food waste one, because if I can, that would be obviously the more sustainable option than just sending these to landfill. But if I need to send them to landfill, I need to send them to landfill, because that might be my only option. This one was also giving me so much annoyance. Oh god, I can't even get it out of the freaking pot. Because it was massively root bound. I know that for a fact. Because it was root bound when I put it into this container. So like obviously it's still gonna be root bound. And actually impossible to get out of this. It's still going to be root bound several years on. There we go. Oh my god, okay. Look at those. It is so root bound. And so this thing was just throwing off yellow leaves constantly. It got too big for its boots, and that's okay, especially since it's not on the wall anymore. Oh my goodness. Surreal. This was one of the first things I did when we moved in here, was put these plants on these beams. Oh, this looks so weird. Okay. I'm not mad at it though. I can kind of breathe more, which was kind of the whole point of all of this. Like, I've not liked not being able to, like, when we do anything, this just gets annoying. I mean, also this one, but I cannot bring myself to get rid of the exotica. It is just like in the way of the mirror a little bit too much. I almost want to like get a hook and hook it up like that. Maybe I'll get a command hook and do that another time. But like now I can actually do stuff here. I wonder how well these are gonna come off. I might have to, because they've been on here for like years. And like they say they're renter friendly, but like, is it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Wow, that was a really big decision. And one that I don't take lightly, but I'll show you. So if you go to walk into the bedroom, you wouldn't walk in here and be like, this person doesn't like plants just because this beam here doesn't have plants on it. There's still plants all over. It's not overwhelming anymore. And I think it had gotten overwhelming. And I still have the marble queen on the beam, and I think I'm gonna keep that there still, because I do like that one, and I feel like this one's, it's kind of nice to make my little desk nook in the summer when I'm using this more often. I like having this be kind of enclosed by plants, but I'm kind of okay with that not being there disguising the beam now. I don't like the beam. Obviously, if I could get rid of the beam, I would do that and just have like a plain flat ceiling. But I feel like that actually doesn't look bad. Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna end this because that was kind of a crazy decision. And this is easily the biggest, most intense downsize I have ever done. I cannot believe how brutal I am being, but I actually feel so much better for it. And like, am I gonna be sad without a golden pawpaws? Maybe. But will I? Probably not. I'll probably be absolutely fine. So maybe I'm a bit unhinged. I don't know. I can't tell. Tell me if I'm being crazy and unreasonable. But I've made the decision now. So like, I can't really go back on it. And I'm not mad. I don't feel like upset about it. I didn't even feel upset when I was like literally hacking away at it. So I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna accept that this is what I've done, and I think I've made the right decision here. I can still hang a plant. You can't quite see it. Can you see it? No, you can't quite see it. I can still hang a plant like from this hook here that the other one was on, and like that'll look really nice. It just doesn't have to be one that's like going crazy over the whole ceiling. You know what I mean? I feel like I've made a good decision. Oh, no, I was gonna say I could put the fern leaf there because I think it would look good mounted on a wall like that, but not like right here because this is a pathway that I don't really want to block. So, oh my goodness, there we go. Thank you for coming with me for this brain dump, declutter, downsize, no more mess, chaos. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Maybe it gave you confidence to maybe declutter some things for yourself. If it did, good. If not, that's totally cool as well. Anyways, comment other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, and subscribe for more. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye!